Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to online classes. In your previous session, we learned about how laws are made, what type of governments are called the modern governments. Yes, in that way, we discuss some information about our state assemblies and the parliament, and also we discussed about how the parliamentary constitutions are formed depend upon the population of the state and depend upon the population of the district. These districts and the state are divided into number of assembly constituencies and parliamentary constituencies. Already I told very clearly the difference between parliament and assembly. That means assembly may represents in the state level, parliament may represents in the national level. In the national level, the parliament is the highest platform, I told, and the state level and assembly is the highest platform. It is a law-making body in the state. Assembly is law-making body in the state. In the center, parliament is law-making body of the nations. Okay, yes. Yesterday, I told about the qualification of MLAs and MPs. Yes, the MLA or MP must complete how much age have to complete? Yes, those who contest as a MLA of the state or MP of the state must be completed 25 years of age. Yes, once again I remind you the 25 years of age. Must be completed. The second qualification, the person who is contested as a MP or MLA, he should not hold any profitable job in the central government or in the state government. Once again, the person who contests in the elections to the state assembly or parliament, before going to contest as a member or either assembly or parliament, he should not hold any profitable job in the state government and the central government. If he do like that, he must resign and then he contest. He must resign and then he contest. Yes, that is the important quality. Do not hold any profitable job in state or central government. Yes, understand. The tenure of these MLA or MP, of course it is the state. So I am telling you about the tenure of MLA is 5 years, because in democratic nation the periodic elections will be held. That means in our India, for every 5 years elections will be held to the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. The same time in the state, two houses are there, I told. That is called as, do you know what are the states in India have? Unicameral state or a unicameral assembly and bicameral assembly. I told very clearly what is bicameral. bicameral means two houses of the assembly. That is called MLAs, member of legislative assembly, and council. That is called Vidhan Parishad. Council is MLC. The member of the council is called as MLC. The member of the assembly is called as MLA. MLA means the member of legislative assembly. MLC means the member of legislative council. The tenure of legislative council is 6 years. Every person enjoy 6 years only. Okay. One more important thing, in our country, how many states have bicameralism? Bicameral. Yes. Andhra Pradesh have bicameral. Andhra Pradesh Assembly have bicameral. That means Assembly have and Council also have. And our neighboring country, Telangana is also bicameral state. There are also two houses, Assembly and Council. As one of our neighboring country, Odisha, only unicameral. Tamil Nadu is also, it is a unicameral state. That means there only one house is there. In Odisha and Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Arunachal Pradesh, some states, those states are called as unicameral states. That means only one house is there. The only one house can make laws and affect and implement all these laws. Yes, I told other day, political parties. How many kinds of political parties in our India? The two kinds of political parties are there. That is called as regional parties and national parties. Example, the present ruling party of our state, YSRCP. What is the meaning of YSRCP? Generally, everybody think YSR means YS Rajashekar Reddy. Think no, YSRC means Yuvajana Shramika Right Congress Party. What is the meaning of YSR? Not YS Rajashekar Reddy. Of course, he was a popular chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. So YSR means not YS Rajashekar Reddy. That means Yuvajana Shramika Right Congress Party. So the present rule as on today, this party is ruling our state. Previous year also TDP ruled. Before YSRC, the present ruling party, as TDP ruled our nation, country. That is called as a Telugu Desam party. That is also called as regional parties. Listen, the person, what are the important national parties I can tell? Listen, Congress is a Congress. It is a national party. BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party is also a national party. BSP, Bahujan Samaj Party, this is also represents nation. It is also national party. In Andhra Pradesh, YSRCP and TDP and Janasena, as in Tamil Nadu, DMK and AIDMK. Yes, of course, the many states in our India, number of regional political parties are there. So, of course, in our Andhra Pradesh, important regional or state, regional political parties are also called as state political parties. That is YSRCP. YSR means Yuvajana Shramika Right to Congress Party. TDP means Telugu Desam Party, and Janasena and DMK and AIDMK, both are Tamil Nadu. DMK means Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam is the regional party of Tamil Nadu, and AIDMK, All India Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. These are also the regional parties of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Of course, not only these, but the every state, and also the one important party is also represents the minorities, that is called as Muslims community in Telangana region. Okay, just listen. Here I can tell you about party candidates and independents. Listen, who are party candidates and who are independents? Generally, the many political parties given seat for those who work in the particular political party. That is called mandate. That is called a mandate. Yes. Suppose A is belongs to Congress. He was a Congress party candidate. B is belongs to YSRCP. He belongs to YSR Congress party candidate. C is TDP. He also belongs to TDP party. That means he was the candidate of Telugusam party candidate. These parties will give mandate to the particular persons who are work sincerely in the political parties. So, these important information. They are called as a party candidates. They are called as party candidates. They are called as party candidates who contest from the particular political party is called as party candidates. And another important person, he is called as independent candidate. Independent candidates. What do you know about independent candidates? This person not belongs to any party. He may not a member of in TDP or okay. The person is K. He was independent candidate. That means individually himself, because of his popularity, he confident on himself. He may contest in the elections, but he must complete 25 years of age as MLA or MP of any one constituency. So that is called as independent candidates. In the elections, the independent candidates are also contest. As a citizen of India, you have right to contest in the elections, either in state assembly elections, parliament elections, or local bodies elections. But a certain age must be completed. That is. So that means the K is a candidate who not belongs to any political party. Individually on his charisma, he contests in the elections. Okay. Listen, election manifesto. What is called election manifesto? What is called election manifesto? Yes, election manifesto means, listen, before going to contest in the elections, when election commission announce election dates in the state or center, that means election to the assembly or election to the parliament, these parties immediately after announcement of the election dates, immediately they also announce their manifesto. This is called as election manifesto. What do you mean about election manifesto? Election manifesto means that every political party given some promises to people. If the particular political party comes into power, the following things can do the people to the state or nation. Once again, what is election manifesto? Understand? Every political party, they can promise to the people before the elections what they be done to the people if the particular party came into force or came into power. That is called election manifesto. Suppose the present government of Andhra Pradesh before elections Navratnas, named Navratnas announced, that means Amma Odi and Jagananna Divana, the different kinds of promises done in the before elections. So these are called election manifesto. That means the political party promised to the people what be done if the particular political party has come to the power. That is called as election that is called election manifesto. Listen, after announced the elections, after nomination was submitted to the returning officer in the office, immediately all the process are over. Some supporters, yes, A is contest in the elections. He is a supporters, is a candidate, he is a MLA candidate. That means he decided to contest in the elections of state assembly. He submitted everything, sufficient documents to the returning officer. After that, immediately the supporters of the candidate support him and they campaign along with him. Their campaign. Yes, campaign along with them, and also these supporters visited door to door. These supporters visited and campaign and conduct meetings. Support of the particular candidate and also visiting door to door. Yes, this is called as election campaign. What I explained you, the political parties I explained, election manifesto I explained, who contest and the qualification of the particular person I explained, and these are the things had been explained you in this lesson. Okay, next. Yes, how the elections conduct. Yes, before elections, who completed at the age of 18 or completed 18 years of age, the person must enroll the name in the electoral office as a voter. Then the election commission given you a voter identity card. The election commission will give you a voter identity card. Yes, at the time of voting or at the time of voting in your polling booth, yes, you must show the particular voter identity card. Then only the officers may allow you cast your vote in the particular candidate. Whom do you like? Whom do you like? This is the election process in our India. Okay? Yes. Once again, in the beginning, the conduct of election became very difficult because our Indian election system is a very secret, that is called a secret ballot system. They are using ballot paper. They are using ballot paper. On the ballot paper, the candidate name and party symbol is there. Candidate name and the party symbol. Party symbol is there. Suppose A is a party candidate. His election symbol is a bird. This is called as a bird is a symbol. Suppose B is in a party candidate, the party symbol is maybe a tree. C is another party candidate. Yes, the party symbol may pen. Maybe you think that means the whatever the party symbol, that means it is called the ballot. When at the time of voting you must use the symbol with the swastik symbol is there. This is swastik symbol, particular candidate. Then you fold like this and put into the ballot box. Of course, nowadays the technology is improved. Technology is improved. So they introduced EVMs, electronic voting machines. Just you have to put the button is enough. Those who are willing to give the vote. Electronic voting machines. Okay, na? Okay, this is. Okay. Yes, our election process is a secret ballot system. After casting your vote, you should not announce the which person you cast the vote. That means secret ballot system. Yes, secret ballot system. So should not. Listen, nowadays in the EVMs, electronic voting machines, the one option was given. This is very, very important. One option is called given nota. What is called nota? Nota means none of the above. None of the above. So this is the system of election in our India. So we may elect our representatives through vote. That means in democracy, periodically, every 5 years, elections will be held. Already I told you who is party candidates, who is independent candidates, and what is election manifesto, how supporters support them had been explained. That means you must carefully note down all these important points at home and you carefully follow and listen. And also I told you how many parliamentary constituencies of Andhra Pradesh, how many assembly constituencies of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, AP assembly constituencies 175 and Telangana assembly constituencies 119, totally 294 in United Andhra Pradesh. After bifurcated the state as a new Andhra Pradesh and Telangana with 10 districts, Andhra Pradesh with 13 districts, then it was assembly constituencies and parliamentary constituencies are reduced. So once again I am asking you, who is your MLA of your Palakollu assembly constituency? Who is the MLC of our state assembly? You know very well about them. That is Nimmala Ramanayudu garu is our MLA of Palakollu constituency, and Angara Rammohan Rao garu, he was the MLC of our state. Their period is, one is the 5 years of tenure, another one is 6 years of tenure. So these are the important information. And also our West Godavari district was divided into 2 parliamentary constituencies. That is also already explained, and Narsapur parliamentary constituency and Eluru parliamentary constituency, and Narsapuram MP is called as Member of Parliament Lok Sabha is called Kanumuri Raghuram Raju, and Eluru Kotagiri Sridhar, both are the Member of Parliament of our Narsapuram and Eluru constituencies. They represents the nation. In the Parliament, these MPs of Lok Sabha and MPs of Rajya Sabha, they focus on the problems of our state and their respective constituency. They may focus the problem of our state and the problem of their respective parliamentary constituencies, and they must focus in the parliament. So this is the information about our election system and assembly as making a fuss. Then the next class, how government was formed, how laws are made in the assembly or parliament. What is the difference between MLC and MLA? I can explain later. Thank you very much.